Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me in this video on the wudu and the feet. Do we wash the feet or do we wipe over the feet or the socks over the feet? It's an interesting thing. I mean, especially in this day and age, say when you are traveling or when you are at work and you don't have a proper location for washing your feet. As we shall see, I have introduced you to the different riwayat or qira'at of the Quran in my first video. So there are a number of riwayat. There is, sometimes they say there are 7 riwayat, but there are more. There are 7 qari, the main source of the different riwayat. But even from the 7, you've got, like 1 or maybe 2 different qira'ats going back to the same qari. Who are the main qari? Well, one is Nafi' al-Madani. So he, Nafi' al-Madani had 2 qira'ats. One is Warsh and one is Qanun. Another one is Asim al-Kufi. Now Asim al-Kufi, one of the most important qira'at, not the most important, but one of the most read qira'at is by Asim al-Kufi, and that's Hafs. Hafs is read by more than 70% of the Muslim population. But he has another one, Shuba and Asim al-Kufi, and those two, one says you should wash, Hafs, wash your feet, but the other qira'ah, Shuba and Asim al-Kufi said, you should wipe over your feet. So let's look at this in detail. Now, in Surah Al-Maeda, the verses don't match in the different qira'ats, even though the words match, but some of the words, because when they were written there was no dots and so on. I've already explained this in my first video. So you can have the same letters, like in this case, and because initially there was not only no dots, but there's no short vowels. So hence, the same word can be read both, more than one way. Usually only 2 ways, but sometimes 3 or even more ways. So in this case, the ayah is Surah Al-Maeda. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم. But the important word is the next one, وَأَرْجُ لَكُمْ or وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ, depending on which riwayah you read. So Hafs and Wars, they both agree on وَأَرْجُ لَكُمْ, so it's linked to فَاغْسِلُوا وُجُوهَكُمْ وَأَيْدِيَكُمْ وَالْمَرَافِقَ وَامْسَحُوا بِرُؤُوسِكُمْ وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ. So it means both Hafs and Warsh and the other related qira'at say you should wash your feet. However, many other qira'at, notably عن أبي جعفر and عن Ibn Kathir al-Makki, they say وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ, so you should wipe over your feet. Which one say you should wipe over your feet? As I said, one, Ibn Wardan and Abi Ja'far is one. Ibn Jammaz and Abi Ja'far, both riwayat and Abi Ja'far say وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ, you should wipe, just like you wipe your hair, your head. The other notable ones are Qulbul and Ibn Kathir al-Makki and Al-Buzi and Ibn Kathir al-Makki. So Ibn Kathir al-Makki has 2, Abi Ja'far has 2, and Hamza al-Kufi has 2. So Khalad and Hamza al-Kufi and Khalaf and Hamza al-Kufi. So these 3 qaris have 2 riwayas each which say وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ, so you should wipe. However, on the other side, the ones which say وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ, it's Hafs and Asim al-Kufi. But notably, Asim al-Kufi also has another riwayah which is Shuba and Asim al-Kufi, which reads وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ. So Asim al-Kufi has one qira'ah which is وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ, ay Hafs, and one qira'ah which is وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ. So it's not just which qari it is, it's the qira'ah itself. So Hafs says وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ, so you should wash. Warsh, which is read by 10% or so of the Muslim population, i.e. mainly North West Africa, Morocco, Algeria, Mauritania and so on. They also agree with Hafs in this case, so وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ, so you should wash. The other ones which also read the word وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ is قَالٌ عن نافع المدني and روح عن يعقوب بن البصري الدوري عن أبو عمرو البصري الهشام عن ابن عامر الشامي. So as you can see, roughly half the qira'at say وَأَرْجُلَكُمْ, you should wash, and half the qira'ats roughly say وَأَرْجُلِكُمْ, you should wipe your feet. So in other words, brothers and sisters, just from the qira'at of the Quran, we can do either. You can either wash or you can wipe over your feet. And from my point of view, if, going back to my first point, if say water is available and there are no issues with washing, I tend to wash, i.e. I'm at home, I can wash my feet and I don't sort of, there's no one standing next to me. However, brothers and sisters, I personally don't think it's a good idea. So when you're at work or in an airport or somewhere public and someone is washing their face at a basin next to you and you have your foot up and you're washing your feet next to their face, Allah has already given us in a different qira'at, you can just wipe over your socks. So brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me in this video on the wudu and feet. Do you wash or do you wipe over your feet? Thank you very much.